But you guys, we're doing a thing, and the tickets for that thing go live tomorrow, which is why we wanted to talk here, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody here pretty much already knows, but that thing is called Sacred Spaces, and it's a gathering of incredible people. That's the intention. And does anybody else want to kind of give it an intro or a description, or do you want me to take it away? Let me know.
Well, technically, the tickets actually go live tonight because we astrologically elected them. So it's either really late tonight or like around dinner time, depending upon what time zone you're in. So you can check it out. The time exact, I don't remember the exact time, but it's listed on the website, which is sacredspacesgathering.com. And it's an in-person event in Richmond that the three of us are hosting in January. And it's going to be so cool. I'm so excited.
Yes. It's honestly, you guys, we're already working with so many people, different readers, different vendors, different speakers, and every single one of them has us excited to attend. So if we're excited, I'm hoping, believing, and trusting that you all will be just as excited, and then will be just as valuable, just as valuable for all of you guys. But honestly, I have no problem talking about how amazing this is going to be, just because so many incredible people are coming together to make it a thing. Yeah.
Hey, I'm fine with you taking it away. I'm excited at a place where I'm just like, it's happening. Like I'm that level of excited where I'm like, my words, like where are they?
Where are they? Yeah.
Well,
So I learned years ago. I got my first traditional publishing contract and visited the publisher, and they put my name on a parking spot. For the rest of that day of the tour, I was like, I'm just happy to be here. I couldn't think of anything. And my mom was like, you need to do better.
I just want to I want to say thank you to the people in the comments who are sharing the actual link. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
It's hard to do that while you're actually live. So you guys rock, and we appreciate you deeply.
I will
on the
second that as
website
well.
right now.
Right. Also, okay, so let me run through kind of the schedule of everything just so everyone kind of knows what it is that you will do during this conference. Does that sound good to you guys?
Oh, please. Yes.
Okay, so this is a 3-day conference. It is January 26th, 27th, and 28th of 2024. It's in person. It is in Richmond, Virginia, and we're actually hosting it at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, and it's going to be super duper neat. The venue is incredible and super intimate and artsy, and just it's really cool energy about it. I've never actually been to Richmond, but just looking at the energy of it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be so cool. I know both Rebecca and Krista have repeatedly. Obviously, Krista lives there. So you've been there quite a bit, but I haven't been there yet, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So the first day is just for our VIP ticket holders. So we have 3 different types of tickets. We have VIP tickets that have an expanded experience. We have normal basic tickets, which is the live experience of the 2 days of Saturday and Sunday, and then we have an online option, which allows you to get like basically view all the keynotes online, live in real time. So that's kind of how they break down, including the panel, because we have keynotes and a panel. But for the first day, we have a spiritual scavenger hunt around the city of Richmond. So we have some really cool activated locations where our VIP ticket holders get to go, and they can feel out the spiritual stuff of that. And then we all meet up at the end to have kind of like an hors d'oeuvres hour all together, and kind of share experiences and validate each other about what you maybe picked up at those locations or how cool some of the places were, you name it, so that we can really focus on building community in that way. Then the next day is kind of everybody gets to go to most of this day. So we start basically at 10 a.m. with some keynote speeches. And we're really focusing on things like mental health and making sure that we talk about spirituality and mental health and the contrast between those two with a fabulous guest speaker there. And then we have keynotes. All 3 of us are each doing our own individual keynote. I'm talking about channel history. I'll let the other 2 tell what they're talking about in just a second. And then we also have, ethical paranormal investigation coming in and embodying divine feminine energy and all this really magical stuff with keynote speeches. And then that day we kind of take a break at 2. We have a little bit of a break and we come back with like the coolest vendor fair ever. Like the vendors that have applied, and we do still have some spaces for vendors if you want to apply to be a vendor as well. You can go to the website. But it's so cool. We were like, I was looking at them this morning when Krista and I were on a call. And we're both just like, this is so neat. So we can't wait to talk even more about some of them that are coming up. But we're going to do a vendor fair and then workshops to actually help you with some hands-on spiritual growth and exploration, which is going to be really cool. Mm-hmm. And then we have a VIP reader event after that. So it's like a speed read. Think about speed dating, but with readers. So you get to have readings by like 3 to 4 different people in different styles and just kind of 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes kind of deal for VIPs, which is going to be really cool and super exciting. And then Sunday runs similarly. Sunday is a similar deal, 10 a.m. with some keynotes. We have a panel on Sunday, and then we have a sound healing to close closing ceremony situation. So all magical, all awesome, and we are so freaking excited about
Yes.
it. Well, did I miss
And
anything?
no, actually, I found the tickets go on sale October 30th at 10:21 p.m. Eastern time, which is 7:21 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, and that's how you know it's astrologically elected, because it's such a weird specific time. Also, I saw my dad joined, and hi, Dad, I love you. Oh.
Aw, hi.
I wanted to say,
yeah,
oh,
go on, Rebecca, please. Yeah.
well, I just got two things that I wanted to mention.
Phenomenal.
One of which, even though the speed reads is only going to be something for our VIPs, everybody's going to have information on who the readers are. And these are readers that the three of us have chosen. We have worked with them in different capacities. And I know, especially with spiritual journeys, and I know for some of us, like it takes a while to see us, which is why it's important for us also to work with other people who have different schedules, because some of them, they're just as talented. It's just they don't have the following. And so it's not, it's, what am I saying? Not that it's not, they don't have the following. So they can still do things, plus many different practices and that sort of thing. This is why I started with my readers team, because I saw very talented people who I know and trusted and trust, and like, I wanted to share them with other people because they're beautiful people. And this is a way to do that too. So especially if anybody's like looking at getting a reading or in a different way, like runes or palm reading, or like there's just so many different kinds of readers that we have that are coming. Even if you can't meet with them that weekend, you're going to have their information. Talk to them at a later time, and they're all over the place. I know many of them do offer online things. So these are people that we trust and that we want to share with you. And I know they're super excited to be able to share with more people as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And Rebecca, did you want to also share the topic of your talk and workshop?
Yeah. Okay. So go figure this. I'm so passionate about this. I was going off about it last night to a friend. I was like, I want to reclaim mediumship because it means more than what people say it does. So I'm talking.
Say it louder for people in the back, please.
Yeah. So part of my spiritual journey has been reclaiming mediumship, and that's going to be something that I'm going to be talking about. For me, when I say reclaiming mediumship, that means talking to anybody who's not an incorporeal person in our plane of existence. So that's not only past loved ones, that's also ghosts, that is spirit guides, that is deities, that is higher powers, that is non-human entities, just all kinds of things. Medium as in intermediary between two places or more, so between the physical and the non-physical, just according to our plane. So I'm going to be talking about how those frequencies are different, but I'm also going to be giving tips on how to tap into different frequencies. I know many people, they may be incredible at talking to deities, but sometimes they may not always be able to talk to ghosts. Well, let's dive into that. Or the opposite. I know for me, I was always super in tune with ghosts, but then I'd look at like other frequencies and be like, well, I don't know. So it's going to be getting into that. I'm also doing a workshop that is going to be talking about psychopomp stuff. So it's basically, I forget what it's called exactly, but ghost in trouble or something like that, how to help, where it's essentially, like,
that was it. You got it.
Okay, great. I'm doing it. It's the last time I'm talking in front of the public for the day. So I'm like, I'm here. I'm good. So yeah, ghosts in trouble, how to help. And it's really just treating them humanely. It's treating them with kindness. And even though there may be a language barrier between us and them, sometimes with perception, we can still be kind to them. And it's making it more grounded and realistic when talking with other spirits, so that we can just try to cohabitate better and help each other when we can, but also to understand when we do not have consent to help and when it's not our business to even get involved in the first place. So lots of sort of things to consider in between. I also want to say, and this is a quick ping, something else that when you were talking, Emily, earlier, I think some people out there, they may think like, oh man, I have no one to go with. I would encourage you to go anyway.
That's kind of the point.
This is where you find your people.
Yeah. we're trying to create intentional and conscientious community where you guys can explore spiritual stuff in a way where you build friendships and connections, because this is a really isolating world. It can be incredibly, incredibly lonely, especially when you don't know anyone who maybe has similar or related beliefs to yours in your local area. This is part of the reason we did this in person, to be totally honest. This is part of the reason when Rebecca brought this idea to us, we were like, oh my gosh, yes, let's do this in-person event, because that way more people can have community, which we all need so desperately right now. So please, even if you don't have anyone to go with, we want you to come, because that's the point. It's supposed to be a place where you get to know people to go to future things with. It doesn't have to be for this thing.
Yeah, beautifully said, both of you. And amazing ping, Rebecca. Thank you for including that.
Yeah.
Well, have you talked about what workshop and speaker you're talking about? My words are just prime.
Do you want me to take over?
Please take me off.
So I haven't brought it up yet. Actually, my keynote is going to be called Mind Your Magic, because so many people are unconsciously working magic, but still looking for magic in real life when we have it. And I want to help people see where it is, and then I want to help them feel incredible about it and feel empowered about it and feel like they are magical and they are doing things. And it's going to make everyday life feel so much better. It's going to make you feel like you are on a journey of becoming more and more healed, which is what I believe magic is a huge part of. It's going to be based on folk magic, folk healing, and that's going to be really easy and practical and applicable ways that you can start doing magic right now, aligned with your values. Whatever they are, you will be able to move these into something that works for you. That is the whole idea. It's just not easy, and I want to help people see it. And then I'm going to give you ways to incorporate it and things to do that are extra magical feeling to just add to that even more. And then the workshop is going to be, what does this mean for me? Which is the number one question that we get on social media, particularly with prediction-based things like astrology. And I know astrology is gobbledygook to the eyes unless you've spent a lot of time really understanding what you're looking at. So I'm going to teach you how to at least understand a little bit what you're looking at, enough to get through anything you see on social media and know what it means for you, and know how to think about it in a reasonable way, so that if you do happen upon an astrologer who's fear-mongering, you don't fall into that, and you'll be empowered to know yourself and know how to best interact with the world around you using astrology, if that's your choice. Yeah.
I'm like,
I love your
I wanna
titles.
take that
Both of you have the best titles. I have not titled either of my talks yet, to be totally honest. I mean, I think I titled. So my keynote talk is about channeled history. It's the importance of channeling history, how you can channel history, and why I think that emphasis is necessary in today's modern society to help us understand that people have always been people and will always be people, and how to kind of re-raise our whole collective that way. I think that one has a title, but I don't remember what it is. And then I'm doing a workshop on decoding the universe and validation from your spirit guides. So basically how to get validation from your spirit guides and how to decode the validation you're already getting, so you can actually create a collaborative communication system between you and your guides, because they're there to help you out. And if you're not using that resource, that's not very fair to you. So I'm going to work on helping you with that as well. Also don't have a title, but I love both of yours. Get there.
It's all the more reason to check out the website to see what the title ends up being for M's workshop and talk.
Right? Absolutely. I do want to just say too, with the website, we're going to keep updating it as we get updated readers added onto the list, updated vendors added onto the list, updated speakers, all of that stuff. So it's currently expanding. Right now we have the stuff that we know and is 100% locked in is going to be on the website by the time the tickets go live. Then there's just other things that are coming up as we get closer and closer to the event date. So regardless of what level ticket you buy or how you buy a ticket, whatever, just stay tuned for that piece of it as well, because there is going to be more and more things developing on the site. This was just what we could do to get it out to you guys on the day that we would really like to reclaim it, which is technically Halloween. We're trying to start off this journey of responsible spiritual exploration on a day where people don't always explore responsibly. So that's the idea of launching it right now for you all.
Yeah.
oh goodness.
Yeah.
I'm having another moment where I'm just like, this is going to be so great, everybody.
When Em was reading out the schedule, I was just like, holy crap, I need to go to this. Oh, wait, I get to go to this. Oh, wait, I'm a part of this.
Oh, I get to go.
And honestly, credit where it's due. Nobody's asked yet, but because you shouldn't even have to, I want to explain it. This came about because Rebecca got a ping one day and was like, I think this needs to happen. And Em and I were just like, yes, thank you so much for including us. Honestly, Rebecca, I'm so glad that you have this excitement and joy over it because you deserve it, because it wouldn't have happened without you. So thank you for having the idea and for letting us be a part of its creation. It's just been really cool that it's been working so well. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well-
Red Lips Chris, I'm so glad you live in Richmond. I think we were talking over the weekend, so that's cool.
Krista, I just realized we matched today.
Do we? I was actually thinking about how much I like the long sleeve. I can't see you, so I'm remembering from when we were recording the podcast like half an hour ago, like the thumb holes in your long sleeve shirt. That looks really cool. So yes.
Thank you. I just realized I'm like, oh, because I can only see you. I can't see Rebecca. And I'm like, hey, we match.
I was going to say, Rebecca, can you confirm for me that Emily is in fact wearing a great long sleeve shirt?
All good.
You know what's funny is I feel like I'm the opposite because I've got like a darker like top on, or this is a dress, and then I've got like the white around me. But granted, it's just because I'm in my tent. So
Your tent is awesome. I'm constantly admiring your tent.
thank you,
It's great.
thank you. It's my inner child, but not really, but actually, but maybe. Like,
I mean, who doesn't want a fort, right? I was always building forts, and gotta get back into that. Thank you for inspiring me.
do it. Highly
Yep.
recommend. I started this out for sensory deprivation because I was like, I can't look at everything else going on while I'm doing reads. It just so happened that I joined the live from in here today.
I have a swing that I'm gonna be. I bought it years ago, but couldn't put it up in the old house. Have been here like in transition for a year, and now I finally have a house where I can put my swing up. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
That's
Yay,
awesome.
Jen Phrase or Fries, I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name, is also thinking about moving to RVA, which for anybody who doesn't know, that is Richmond, Virginia. And super cool that you guys are already finding community. Look at this.
Yay.
See, this is what happens.
Does anyone have any questions that you guys have about the event or what we're doing during the event or timing or logistics or anything? Like any questions that anyone that's watching has, we're happy to answer right now too.
Yes. Yeah, we've got a solid like 10 minutes. Okay, so Sarah,
I'm glad you're looking at the
by the way,
time. I forgot time existed.
I am living time. If you saw my third house, you'd understand. So Sarah, who is also a forgotten storyteller, shout out, said, I'm so thankful for the online option. Just learned that my son has his first college track meet that weekend. Yeah, there is an online option. And yeah, it'll be, the keynotes especially will be broadcast online, and we will have as much access as we can feasibly make happen. It's going to be great. Is there a limit to internet tickets? Do you feel like answering this one?
Sure. There's not actually a limit to internet tickets. We kind of made that as available as possible to try to accommodate for anyone who either doesn't feel safe going to a gathering or maybe can't facilitate the travel or something like that. So we didn't want to limit those at all. The in-person tickets are limited. We do have limited spots there. So it's about 165 tickets, I think, total. So 35, I believe, VIP, and then the rest are basic. So there's a limit to the in-person ones just because we're at venue capacity and things like that. And again, we're trying to keep this rather small for our first one. So it'll be about 200 people there, including, volunteer staff and speakers and all that sort of stuff. So there's that. But as far as online tickets go, nope, those are unlimited. Also, I just saw the best hotels near the museum. We actually have a link on our website that details all of the hotels near the museum. There's honestly so many. I have a hard time saying best, but there is a lot. There's some for all different budgets. That's part of the reason we didn't do a hotel block of reserved rooms, is because there's so many options right there. We didn't want anyone to feel pressured into staying a place that maybe didn't feel as aligned to them as opposed to a different place. So we're letting everyone find the best accommodations for them because there's so many options.
Yeah. Also, shout out from Sophie LK Archer, got their transcript from Rebecca and have been getting more info pinged. So that sounds like a huge success.
I saw that. I'm so
Rick, hi. Good to see you. Rick Levine, an incredible astrologer who inspires me a ton, joined the live. If you're still here, good to see you.
I want to give a shout out to Emily. You did the website for us. We've all been doing different things, and you did the website and the art for the Sacred Spaces logo as well, and that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
gorgeous and is entirely the creative, brainchild of M. So definitely go to the website and check that out too. It's great.
And
yeah,
Crystal Lynn, you are our feet on the ground person.
I
Being in
can pound the
Richmond, like
pavement,
talking
you
to so
guys.
many people.
Yeah. Fortunately, I live here. Great to see you, Rick. Glad you drove by. Yeah, so I've been able to, and it's honestly helped me get to know the area a little bit more. I've made so many connections with the holistic stores around, got to visit some of the locations that are going to be added to the scavenger hunt, and I'm very excited about that. And yeah, honestly, there are so many great people. Richmond is an incredible city. It's like a little town in a big city kind of vibe. So I'm really excited to be able to share that energy with people. And even the trees here talk different than they do in some other places. So that's really cool.
One of the questions that came up on our TikTok live, I'm still getting over the cough. Can you tell? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I woke up with like barely any voice. So if you notice, I'm like sipping like 4 different drinks. I'm coping too. So you're good.
Seasonal changes.
Take the time
we are. One of the people asked about if Richmond would be friendly to something like this. And could you answer that question again for the folks who are watching here?
Yes. And with a ton of gratitude again, the answer is a resounding 1000% yes. I have met so many people here who are so open-minded, not only to spirituality, but to being inclusive of all perspectives of spirituality. There are 2 Aquarian bookstores in Richmond because they are so supported. They have 2 locations. There's a location called Mama Luna that is the most legit folk magic resource that I've ever seen. They're incredible. There are witch fests and moon festivals that go on here, and they are, yes, they call themselves witch fests, but you see across the board that anybody of any practice is welcome there. Moon festivals the same way. So it's very, very welcoming. I've never felt more okay being myself. It's great. Pattern Scribe, hey there, says, have you verified if con tickets includes museum access during our break time for explorations? I've not verified that. I think I can, and I think it does, but we can double check on that.
Yeah, so for during the day part, during our keynotes and stuff, there's like kind of 15-minute break increments kind of put in there. And I'm pretty sure that part of it includes museum access because the museum's going to be fully open. I think for our nighttime stuff, the museum's actually going to be closed at that point in time. So we have access to the 2 halls of the museum that we're using during that evening piece. That's as far as I remember us talking about it. So I believe so, but I'm not 100% either.
Yeah. I was just thinking, if anybody wants to see how I am in the wild, it's probably going to be me walking around the museum if I ever get the time to do so and just being like, at things. People always wonder, what does it look like when you talk to things? Yeah, it's just like, I just stare off. That's about it. And sometimes I laugh because I have a very expressive face.
Anyone who's traveled with us knows that I will tend to do that too, but I usually just like jump from the group and now I'm over here to the side. And they're like, whoa, is something happening over there? I'm like, oh no, I just want to talk to somebody. That's all. So totally get it. Oh, that's cute. Well, thank you guys. This is awesome. We're so excited. We wanted to go live over here because we know that not everyone over here is over on TikTok and vice versa. We've gone live over there as well. But thank you guys for being here, and we're really excited for this event. Like, it's honestly so cool that it's happening now. And again, all the information is on sacredspacesgathering.com or on any of our link trees. Just click the link in our bios, and you'll see it right there.
Yeah, I think it's right at the top of mine, so easy to find. I'm sure we're all the same way. But it's been really great to talk to all of you. It's always great to talk to you two. Like, I know we do it on a regular basis as we've been planning this, but like socially, you guys are great friends to hang out with as well. So highly recommend to everybody, this is where you meet the greatest people. Meeting in person is such an incredible way to connect energetically for all the things. And to you who have been hearing the link frequently, thank you so much.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah.
So cool.
You rock.
She's one of my mods.
She's fantastic. You win. Thank you. I honestly need to get mods because I'm so discoordinated with my lives. That needs to happen because that's so helpful. You're awesome.
Mhm.
Love.
Well,
Oh, awesome.
likewise to all that's been said, I'm super excited. I get to be with you for the first time in person, both of you. And yeah, I know.
It's
been a
one of those
long
things
time
again, like,
coming.
wait, we haven't met in
I
person?
know.
But no, it's going to be really cool.
I'm
So,
tall. I'm just gonna.
I'm short.
I'm 5'4", wherever that falls for you guys.
That's
You can
always
see both
every
of
time
us.
whenever we do anything live, everyone's always like, "Wow, you're tall." So I always just put that out there first. Now I'm tall.
Okay,
I'm small,
it's great because
but
everybody,
90.
yeah, they look at me and they're like, "Wow, you're short." I'm like, "Yep, 5 feet. Here I am."
Oh, okay, that'll be great.
Glad we covered this. Very important.
Oh, okay. Well,
Great.
action is fantastic. Well, I'm almost 6 feet, so we'll just have like a total.
Excellent. I'm
Yeah,
for
we get
this.
the whole range of the 5-foot
Mhm.
gamut. That's perfect.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining again. And I'm excited to see y'all in person. I'm excited to see some folks in the comments who are definitely coming too. So that'll be very exciting.
Oh, amazing. Again, if anyone has any questions about anything, if you maybe didn't want to ask on the live, but you'd like to email us, you could absolutely do so. Our email is info@sacredspacesgathering.com. Feel free to, yes, look for me in a crowd, 100%. I'm tall and I have hair down to my butt, so everyone can see me really, really easily. But yeah, if you want to email us any questions, by all means, feel free to email us any questions as well. We're happy to answer that. If you didn't feel necessarily comfortable asking on the live, you're more than welcome to shoot us that too. And yeah, we get to see some of you in January. If not, see you on here and sending you all the love. And yeah, good?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody have a wonderful rest of your Monday at this 3:33 p.m. that we're going to wrap this up. Amazing. Yeah, have a great week, you guys. Looking forward to this.
Bye.
All right. Bye.